Boots and sows, up and at 'em, up and at 'em. Come on, boys, it's time to work. This is the sound of my grandpa telling my brother and I it's time to do some manual labor. Usually, this was my morning wake-up call at the crack of dawn. Today, I am going to be honoring my grandpa because he is one of my greatest supporters. 3 examples of this is during my childhood when my parents were in college, through verbal affirmations, and emotionally through my basketball career. In my youth, my parents were college basketball players and they were always traveling. They found it hard to take care of me and get ready for their game. So my grandpa took on the responsibility of taking care of me. For every home game, away game, he was there in the stands caring for me, making sure I was okay, I was fed. And sometimes I would just want to run on the court and go say hi to mommy and daddy. But then that's when he introduced to me the bear lock, and he was like, "You ain't going nowhere." And I didn't go anywhere. As I started to get older, my grandpa started taking me to country-style dine-in restaurants. And there we would just be in the booth, we would relax, he would tell me riddles, brain teasers, ask questions about myself, anything to just make me feel comfortable, like I was the star. So he would see a waiter every once in a while, and he would ask the waiter, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you know who this young man right here is?" "No, who is he?" "This young man is an all-star basketball player. Do you see that newspaper? Look for Andre Best because he's going to be there someday." I was always so embarrassed and my cheeks were pink. I would try to hide myself, and that's just how it was. Over time, I started to get more used to it, but now I look forward to it because I understand he does that because he's proud of me and he wants what's best for me. When my basketball career started to take off during middle school and high school, I started to win more games, get more awards, hit more clutch shots. But it's hard for me to think that any of that would happen without the positive feedback and support from my grandpa. If I had a bad game, I missed all my shots, I lost confidence in myself, he would take me off to the side after that game. And he'd tell me, first, you're an all-star. Second, keep shooting because the percentages will always work in your favor. And finally, you're the best player on the court. All you gotta do is show them. Every time I heard those 3 things, I felt a burst of energy. And I executed each one of those 3 things in the next game. In one of my high school games, it was an intense game. It was my team, the Oregon City Pioneers, versus my former team, West Linn Lions. It was at West Linn, and this game came down to the last 30 seconds. My team had the ball, I went by my defender, and I scored a layup. We were up by 2 points. We needed 1 stop. We went on defense, did our fundamentals, and we got that 1 stop, and I dribbled the ball out until the clock hit 0. The excitement grew in the gym, but the first thing I saw was my grandpa storming on the court, screaming, "Yes, Andre! Yes, Andre!" That was just everlasting proof that he's there for me. For my entire life, my grandpa has been there supporting me in my life. From my childhood and my parents' college years through verbal affirmations and my emotionally through basketball. Grandpa, if you're hearing this, I want you to know that I appreciate you very much. I couldn't have a greater grandpa than you, and I love you. Thank you for all you've done for me.